Oh hey, it's Lynn from Subpar Planning. I thought I would do a quick little video comparing my Filofax Pocket Amazona to my Filofax Pocket Malden. I don't know why I call it Filofax. I know everybody else calls it Filofax, but I just call it that. I don't know, whatever. So anyways, these are both pocket size. They both have the same size rings. They're both 19 millimeter. And obviously you can see that there is some significant texture in both of the leathers. This one has the visible popper, this one does not, and they're almost the same in thickness. Although I have found that the Malden's a little tiny bit taller, but they both have the back pocket in them, which is kind of cool. And this one has the zip on the side. This one just has the little secretarial pocket or like a pouch, but we'll get into that in a second. But if you want, here is a ruler so you can see. So hold on, I have to do it this way. So let's see. It's not too thick. Not bad. I can definitely say that the Malden is a lot softer. The leather's way squishier than the Amazona. The Amazona seems to be a little bit more stiff, but I am attributing that probably to the embossing on the leather. It's pretty dense stuff. So let's start with the Malden, because that's pretty much what a lot of people have when they have a pocket Filofax, is they have the Malden, and it's nice. You know, it's got the little pen loop here. It's not elasticized. It's got the zipper pocket here. It can pretty much get it to lay flat. If I just bend it, it pretty much will lay flat once it's full. So it's got the pocket where you can put just about anything. Some people will do change. Some people do sticky notes. Some people will put like stamps and stuff. Nothing too thick usually from what I've seen on most of the videos. It's got the 1, 2, 3 pockets. And what you can do is I can take the ruler so you can see. So this is, that first pocket is a little over 2 inches deep. This middle pocket is a little over 2.5 inches deep. And third pocket's almost the length of the piece, almost the length of the planner itself, and that's a little over 3 inches. Then you've got this back pocket, which is roughly a little over 4.5, almost. Oh, almost 4.5, just a little. And then the back pocket, which is one of the reasons why a lot of people like the Malden, is almost 5.5 inches deep. The problem with the Malden is that because the pen loop is elasticized, you really can't fit fairly chunky pens. So I've seen a couple people, they'll use like a thin Filofax, like a mini pen. I've seen people take their pen and they'll just actually put it like that. So I have tool pens, that's what I like to use. Unfortunately, I can't get it to fit. So what I've been doing is, because the rings on the Malden and the Amazona are pretty substantial, I can usually get my pen to fit in like this. So I'll put it in and I'll just have all my inserts on one side or the other. The thing that makes the Malden so cool, though, is that it's got this huge back pocket. So people will put money in it. They will put receipts in there. I actually use a little notebook, which I use for, like, I guess people are calling it like a brain dump. But instead of opening my planner to jot something down, I'll just take my little notebook and I will pull it out, write down what I need, and stuff it back in and deal with it when I get home. But as you can see, this leather is super floppy. Like, you can just kind of really go to town with it, and it's pretty nice. I do like this. This is the first one that I've ever bought that was a Filofax, and it was, you know, I probably paid more for it than what I should have. But they don't really make the black one anymore, and I just really like it because it'll basically just go with anything. So that's why I went with that one. So once I decided that I really kind of liked Filofax, once I decided to kind of like the pocket, like I'm still struggling with trying to fit things into it and trying to make it my own, but I like the size of it, and I like the fact that I can just shove this into a bag, or I can just walk into a store with it, which is why I'm going to make myself just work with the pocket because it's easier. I like the mini Happy Planner too, and I have used it in the past, but it's still a little too big for what I'm looking to do with it. So as you can see, this is the Amazona. It's got really pretty, like, pebbly leather designs on it. It's almost like crocodile, snake skin, whatever, but this is not that kind of leather. This is just regular, I think it's like regular buffalo leather or something. It's embossed leather. It's not like the alligator Filofax, which is like, I don't know, $600 or $700 or even $800. So this has the popper too, but it's not visible. Oh, it's up backwards. There you go. I'm like, why isn't it opening? Okay, so there's the popper. There's a pen loop. It is not elasticized, and I can't. And this is a stiffer leather, so trying to get this in is like nearly impossible. So I have to use a really thin pen. As you can see, it doesn't really lay flat. It's fairly stiff leather. You can get it to lay flat. You just have to really work it. I'm sure there's probably people cringing watching me do that, but whatever. So what makes this one different from the Malden is that this actually has a gusseted pocket, which is a zip. So it's gusseted because, meaning that it's got an elastic on it. So when you, sorry about that, so that when you open it, it's got this little elastic, which allows it to expand. So again, it's a pretty tight leather. It's not soft like the Malden, so I wouldn't put change or anything in there. I would put like maybe some stamps or something thin, but I would never really expand that pocket out because I think it's going to hinder my ability to put stuff in it. And again, these are the 19mm rings, very similar to the Malden. So, as you can see, this is the little stamping on the thing. This has got a nice little secretarial pocket, which I kind of like. It's pretty nifty. So let's measure the pockets. These have the credit card slots. This is definitely an easier option for those of you that want to turn a pocket into a wallet. So this is a little under 3 inches deep for the first one. The middle one is about the same length. And the fourth one is about the same length. The secretarial pocket comes in at about 5.5 inches. And it is about 2.5 inches deep. The gusseted pocket, I would say, is probably close to 2.5 inches as well. And then the other thing that's kind of cool about this is it has a full-size back pocket, just like the Malden, which is kind of why I like it. So if I take my ruler, it's a little bit shorter than the Malden, and you can actually see the difference that the Malden is actually a little tiny bit taller than this. But I think what makes this one kind of unique is just the really pretty, pattern on the leather, which is really kind of cool, and that's part of the reason why I like it. But it's definitely much stiffer. And again, I can fit all of my inserts in here, and then what I do is I will take my pen when I'm done, and I'll just stick it in there, and I can have my pen, because each month I do a different color pen. I don't really color code, I just do each month a different color pen. So this is currently the one that I'm using right now, and I'll film a little video showing it how I have it done up, and dividers and stuff like that. I'm still working on it. Like, I think I've basically changed the style of this and the coloring and the pages and the sheets probably like 6 times in the last, like, I don't know, 7 or 8 days. It's pretty sad. I just cannot make my mind up. So anyways, this is the Filofax Amazonia in red, and this is the Malden in black, both pocket size, both really nice and unique in their own ways. Super soft leather. If you're looking for something that you want to last a long time and you're not worried about banging it around and putting it in your purse, I would highly recommend a Malden. It's pretty tough, it's durable, and it's rugged, and it's going to last. If you can get your hands on something more along the lines of something they don't make anymore and you're not afraid to spend some money. I mean, I didn't spend that much on this. It was like maybe $100, which in the grand scheme of things is fairly expensive for a little teeny tiny piece of leather, especially when you have lots of other planner options out there, and you can go to Michael's, you can go to Hobby Lobby or Joann's or, you know, AC Moore and get a really cute, fun, completely customizable planner for like less than $20. you know, I'm not taking talent like Erin Condren or anything, which are actually really nice, but they can be a little expensive for some people, and sometimes it's out of people's reach. But if you're looking for something more along the lines of an investment, you want some leather, but you don't really necessarily have the money to splurge for a Julio, which I think are amazing, or like a Vanderspec, which is something I'd like to get someday. This might be a good alternative, or at least to give you an idea of what it's like to have a leather planner, and even if it's something that you want. So I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you later. Bye.